know we've got a couple more people drifting in, but might as well make a start. Yeah, it seemed a bit quieter this afternoon, so a few people away. So I've got to carry on with the sort of Inspired by the Masters project. I know not everybody's working on that, but one or two of you enjoy that. So last week, the demo I did was more of a kind of straight copy. So this is one I started. I think I started in this session. I did a little bit more in the Thursday session, sort of using whiteboard. So straightforward copy. Another idea I thought might be quite interesting is to maybe have an image like a photograph. So I'll pick this one here of our local park and capture it. I thought perhaps try and interpret that in a different sort of style. So I'm thinking perhaps of kind of Van Gogh style. So it's not a million miles from the way I would normally build up a painting. I thought I'd just do a little bit on that. So this is how far I've got this morning. I've really just sketched it out with a little bit of pastel pencil, a few lines, and then first of all blocking some colour schemes, just really getting a flat version of some of the colours. So I'll do a little bit of that here. What can we have here? Sort of kind of beige colour here. So a little bit of raw umber and some white. And the idea is maybe to keep referring back to a painting like this. I mean, it might be interesting to make that a bit yellower actually. Let's try and make that a little bit more of a yellow colour and just see how that would look if I went a bit yellow there. A bit white, a bit brighter. Come up to here. Oh, sorry. I'm in the way on that.
I'll keep on telling him we see his bald spot.
Right, so that can be a little bit of bit of underpainting there. Where the shadows are, I'm going to go a little bit darker, but not kind of quite as dull and dark as that. So I'm going to mix in a little bit of orange and red together. See how that looks. Or maybe, I don't know if that's a good idea, maybe blues actually. Just looking at some of the colours he's got here, there's some quite bluey colours in the shadows. So it doesn't have to be too precise. Yeah, let's try that for a change. And do the same for this shadow of this tree, which I haven't actually got in yet. And we've got a few shadows coming in here. I thought it's a nice opportunity to experiment and just explore other artist styles. And then I'll work a little bit more in the tree actually, because I only just started that. And in this one, it's got a lot of very, very curly shapes. So I quite fancy trying a bit more of that. Blue and a yellow to make it green. So I'm thinking perhaps not quite such tight curls as that, but just give them a little bit of movement. That colour. Some little bits of light coming through, so some variety yellows and very nice. A little bit coming through. Some bright lighter bits up here. And then with the shadow, it's the same sort of thing really. Just work into these a little bit more. Got some nice blue colours. Create a little bit of these shadow areas as well. Could probably also these areas here, perhaps lighten those as well. And you've got that whole feeling that the whole image being slightly animated, which you're trying to get with the angles. Sometimes you get the feeling like it's all just made up of lots of little marks. So having an image as a reference is quite good. Can you see some are quite vertical marks, some a bit more curly, some this way, some that way. Yeah, I feel like it's starting to move a little bit and lighten up a little bit.
So what, are you doing it to a particular artist or?
So that's Van Gogh.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking, perhaps interpret that scene in a Van Gogh type style. That's kind of the intention of it. So, but you could pick anybody. It's a way of sort of experimenting, exploring, trying something a little bit different, getting outside your comfort zone.
Did he ever paint anything other than oils?
Possibly watercolour, but I think that's it really, yeah. Just probably a bit of watercolour, yeah.
Yes, I can't remember seeing any reproductions that weren't oils.
Yeah, and really the ones he was famous for were really the ones he painted in the last 3 or 4 years of his life, really.
Yes.
His whole career was 10 years from start to finish, so he's just starting learning for the first year or two, copying from. And again, Van Gogh was an artist that did a lot of copying from books, from images. So he developed his drawing and his painting skills very much from observing other artists' work and copying. And then he started to find his own way and his own feel and his own style. And then these really brightly coloured paintings, like I say, just probably the last 3 or 4 years. And I think really if he hadn't done those, we probably would have just completely forgotten about him. We wouldn't have got noticed really. They're the ones that really caught people's attention. He also does this thing slightly kind of almost like outlining in a different colour. So that might be quite interesting to perhaps, maybe make an edge to this river bank or something like that. Fun project. Fancy.